Okay, welcome back. So now we're going to talk about another similar theme, regulation. That's presidential oversight. So how's the angle there? Presidential oversight. Presidents generally try to control regulatory agencies, but they meet with limited success. And let's talk a little bit about why that is. You have to remember that politicians, including the president, they come and go. And they may be the most powerful person in politics, that's true. But what you have to remember is the people that are in charge of regulatory agencies and the people that are kind of the middle portion of a regulatory agency, these are professional civil servants. They have been doing this for years. They know the ins and outs. And also you have to remember that it's very difficult to challenge or fire civil servants. So they can give a significant amount of pushback to politicians. Now, of course, it can be more of a confrontational kind of thing. You can't fire me, you can't do that. But it also can kind of stem from bounded rationality, which I've talked about a little bit about before. Bounded rationality, again, think of that as like cognitive opportunity cost. We don't always have perfect information to make the best available choices, or in the case of politics, to ask the right kinds of questions, right? So while the president may have these intentions, grandiose intentions of controlling an agency or reducing regulation or all sorts of things like that, even a very brilliant politician is not going to have the deep institutional knowledge that a career civil servant will have, and therefore they may not ask the right kinds of questions, and of course those civil servants may not volunteer that information either. Okay? So while presidents may try to control regulatory agencies, control of any of these extremely large and complicated bureaucracies is a difficult challenge at best. And you also have to remember, many of them may stay in these organizations 20 or 30 years. In order to effectuate any real sort of change, you need multiple administrations changing these organizational cultures. This is something that's going to take a long time. It's not really even going to happen in an 8-year political term, quite frankly. A little change might happen, but maybe not that much. Certain presidents have tried to control regulation or promote or reduce it depending on what they're after. And they can do this through, of course, executive orders. Executive orders, basically decreeing something as a law or appropriate, not necessarily with the assistance of a given regulatory agency. They can impose a moratorium. Basically, stopping any more regulation from passing. And of course, the president can appoint agency administrators that are friendly to a given president's agenda. That's also possible. Again, you may be able to cut off the head of a snake and replace it with something else. However, the snake is still there. The middle part of that organization will remain. And again, it's very hard to change organizational or bureaucratic culture. Additionally, the president can engage in budget cuts. Remember, you can't pass regulations if there's not enough people to actually pass them. Not enough people to actually work on the regulations, not enough people to actually write them. Okay, so they cut budgets. And of course, try to slow down regulations through a central review at the White House. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here. I need to get some more paper, as you can see, and we'll be right back.